Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel, where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own struggles, having borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety and depression. I talk about narcissism and schizophrenia. I wrote a book, Life with My Schizophrenic Father, right here. I talk about my unethical psychologist who I had sexual relationships with for years, and I wrote many books about them. All the links to these books are down below in the description. They're all available on Amazon. I only come on here as a former patient of almost 20 years. I am not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you or even give you a professional opinion. All I ask in turn of you, please, is your kindness and respect in the comments. And if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that subscribe button on the lower right-hand corner. That way you will always be notified when a new video of mine comes out. It's 100% free, so stick around, take a chance, give it a thumbs up. Please share my videos with your friends, with your family, on your social media platforms. You are welcome. You don't have to ask permission. And I want to hear from you because each and every subscriber is important to me, and I will get right back to you. Today's video is a very important video. When your abusive parents deny what they did to you, they denied what happened, they deny your very reality. I've talked about this in other videos, that I was raised by a narcissistic mother who used to brutally beat me, torment me, call me horrific names, verbally abuse me, mentally abuse me, telling me I was never going to amount to anything, I couldn't go to college, I would never last, I was stupid, I was fat, I was ugly, and really just horrible, horrible things. She used to lock me in my bedroom. I never saw the light of day. My father left me with her because he was in mental institutes, because he hallucinated, heard voices. He was schizophrenic. I did whole videos about schizophrenia, and my dad wrote a whole book about him. I did whole videos about narcissism and my narcissistic mother and all the abuse she gave me, so you can catch up on those. But my mother always denied, because she was narcissistic, that she did anything wrong to me. In fact, in her exact words, and I'm quoting her, "I'm the best mother in the world." So what happens when it's obvious? Because I have long bleeding scars from her abuse. I have welts on my bottom from her abuse. I have deep gashes in my back. What happens when a mother who can beat the living crap daylights out of you, who humiliates you, make you feel like you're nothing, you're a worthless piece of shit, can look you in the face and say to you and the whole friggin' world out there, "I'm the best mother in the world"? It just, you never can heal from that, okay? I have never healed from that because they deny your reality completely. It's gaslighting at its worst. This is gaslighting. It makes you question yourself. It makes you question your sanity. It makes you, because everyone else too believes her friggin' story, okay? Not just that she was saying this to me and she was delusional and she believed it because she was narcissistic. It's everyone else believed that she was the best mother in the world. So no one, nobody, ever, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional here. Sorry about that. Just, no one understood. Not only didn't understand what I went through my whole life. No one could possibly understand what I went through. But they denied it. Not just my mother denying it, but everyone else, because they only saw the front, the artificial front that she put up. When they walked in my home, the home was impeccable. My house is a mess. There's dust everywhere. I don't wash the floor. I mean, I don't have a perfect home, all right? I don't ever say I'm perfect, I'm the best at anything. Never, okay? I never would come out and say I'm the best mother. Absolutely not. I don't think I was a great mother. Why? Because I had borderline personality disorder. I'm not trying to blame that. But I was always in a crisis. I was always hysterical. I was always, I wasn't a calming influence on my children. I was a hysterical bitch. Always swearing, not at them. I didn't swear at them. But I was always on the phone with my shrinks, always getting into big arguments with my shrinks. My shrinks picked me up in front of my home, and my son saw me going in the car with them and leaving my husband. And, I was not a good mother. But I will never deny that to my son, ever. Okay? Because I've learned from my childhood what it was. I tell my son, I'm sorry if I do something wrong. I say, I shouldn't have done that. I was wrong. I'm sorry. That's the first thing I do. And this is what I learned, not to repeat it, okay? To break the chain. I apologize. I own my shit, okay? So I'll say, I snapped at you before I left today. I really snapped at you. I shouldn't have done that. I was short-tempered. I really didn't listen to you. I'm really sorry. Will you forgive me? And then my son will come over and hug me and say that he forgives me, and that's fine. And then I try to change that behavior. I'm not one of these people who say, oh, I'm sorry, and then the next time they do the same thing. They just think that sorry is a free pass. Like in Monopoly, here's a free pass, out of jail pass. All you have to do is say, I'm sorry, and whitewash the whole shit until the next time and do the same thing. No. I really try to learn from my mistakes. But if you feel like me, that you were badly hurt as a child and even as an adult, your parents are alive. Mine are both dead. Both my parents died when I was 38, back to back. My father died at 71. He died of cancer. It spread all over his body. My mother collapsed of heart disease. She just, at 74, died of heart disease. She just had a massive heart attack and died. I was 38 years old and an only child, and I didn't have, any friends or anyone in my corner. I was, and I had a severely sick invalid son who was in an institution. So I had a lot of shit on my plate, all right? But the worst thing of all that could happen is that when my mother died, she never owned her shit. She never acknowledged what she did to me. And I know a lot of other people probably go through that too. And this has happened with people I talk to. At work, I was very close with this much younger woman. We were good friends at work. This was many years ago. And she had told me that her mother's brother, which would be her uncle, took a shower with her. And you can guess what, did inappropriate things in the shower with her. He always took a shower with her and did inappropriate things in the shower with her. And she told her mother this. And her mother just said, you're lying. You're making this up. So it's bad enough when something happens, okay? And, you go through that. That's horrific enough. But when someone is denying your reality and telling you, you're making that up, you're lying, or that never happened, it really fucks you up. All right? I'm coming out and I'm going to say it just like it is. I don't think you ever get over that shit. All right? But it just invalidates you. It invalidates you. You feel shamed. Why do you feel shamed? You feel like you had something to do with it. Like, for instance, When I didn't pick up my toys in the house, you know, I can't. I'm a little kid. I probably didn't pick up every single toy. And my mother liked it. Her house was friggin' spotless. You could put a white glove on and go like this to the floor, to every surface, and you wouldn't get it would be virgin snow white. Spotless. All right? She bleached everything. It was, ugh. So if I left one toy out or something, she'd have a mental fit. Everything had to be completely just right, you know, nothing out of place. She would end up breaking the toy right in front of me and throwing it out. So I wouldn't have any toys because she would break them and throw them out. Because why? I didn't pick them up. You friggin' little bitch. You didn't pick up your toys. Well, I'll show you. You're not going to have the toy now. I'm going to break it in front of you and throw it out. This is what happened. She went through my bedroom. I mean, she went into a frenzy. She'd go into a total frenzy and tear everything out of my bedroom. All my drawers. These friggin' drawers are a mess. She'd pull the drawer out and throw it. Clean it up! You know, she'd take the drawers out. She'd take everything. I mean, she would dump everything out because it wasn't put in the drawer. You know, the drawer wasn't immaculate. The items in the drawer weren't put in there immaculately. And she would do that. I had no privacy. There was no boundaries. No boundaries at all. I was totally, you know, there was no separation. She consumed me. Do you know what it's like to be consumed by a dark, narcissistic bitch? I do. And I'm putting my truth out there for everyone. Because I know there's other people out there who've lived this horror, okay? And I'm coming out publicly to make people aware of it. I also want to tell people that I'm almost 60 now, that I realize at my age that this was never my fault. It wasn't because I was a bad little girl, okay? It was because this person, I don't even want to say the word mother, this witch, I called her a witch, wicked witch, was mentally disturbed narcissist, all right? She should have never had children, okay? Just putting it out there. She should have had her womb just taken completely out of her body. I'm going to say it straight. Maybe this is harsh, but some people should never have children, okay? And she's one of them. But as an adult, I want people to realize it's not your fault, okay? What she did to you, what he did to you, what they did to you, your parents, that they're denying, that they're not acknowledging, that they're lying about, they're lying to themselves. They're lying to you. They're lying to the world. That's nothing to do with you. It's because they're messed up, all right? They're messed up. They can't. So trying to talk to someone or reason with someone or trying to get someone... I've read a lot about Karen Carpenter, and I really firmly believe Karen Carpenter was anorexic because of her mother, right? Her mother wouldn't even tell her daughter, even when the therapist is saying in the office, all your daughter wants to hear is that you love her. Look at your daughter and tell her that you love her. I watched the movies, I read the books, I read everything about it. I was really fascinated, you know. Anorexia is a disease, okay? It has nothing to do with weight. Everyone thinks because, oh, you think you're too fat. No, it has everything to do with control. And this is the only control she had in her life, because her mother controlled everything else, was her body. What she could put in her body. That's the only place she felt she had some control. People don't understand totally about anorexia, okay? I'm not trying to make this video about that. I'm just trying to explain that her own mother couldn't tell her daughter there, who was dying, literally starving herself to death. She couldn't look at her and even say, I love you, and put her arms around her. What kind of prick is that? I mean, I'll never understand that. But that has to do with that person. It has nothing to do with you, right? You are a loving, warm, caring person who has been sinned upon. Just think of it like that. You have been sinned upon. And there's nothing you can do to change that person. I did other videos, about you cannot change anyone. You cannot change, the only person that you can change is yourself. You cannot change your children, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your parents, of all people. You're not going to change them, all right? There's nothing you can do about it. That's their reality. Their reality doesn't have to be your reality, okay? You are not a bad person. Listen to me. You are an angel. You are a gift from God. You are a good human being. You were just sinned upon. It wasn't your fault. It has everything to do with them. And the best that you can do is just accept that they're very sick, twisted, dark, narcissistic people. Because only those kind of people that are, they don't have a conscience. I don't know too much. I've done videos about narcissism. I've read a lot of literature about it, but you're not going to change them, all right? But look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself over and over again that it's them, not you, okay? You are a good person. And I want you to really believe that, all right? I want you to accept that you are a good person, that it was never your fault, and that you're never going to change them. You're not going to see them. You're not going to make them see reality. You're not going to make them own up to their shit, what they did. So you just have to accept the truth and live with that and say, this is what happened to me. And you can move on from that, because I have moved on. How have I moved on? For me, I write about it. I speak about it. I think bringing it out into the light is very, very therapeutic. This is what helps me, speaking the truth. So she may have put it under the rug and fooled everyone else, but guess what? She's not fooling anyone now, because read these books, okay? Especially this one, Life with My Schizophrenic Father. I say a lot about that, okay? Read these books. Listen to these videos. I'm coming out now, and I'm no longer being silenced. I'm going to speak the truth. The truth will set me free. And this is what it is part of my healing journey, is speaking the truth against all these unethical psychologists, against my mother, speaking the truth, writing the truth in these books, and doing these videos, getting it all out there is the most helpful thing. So speak your truth. Don't ever let anyone silence you. Don't ever let anyone put your light out. Never, okay? Don't ever let anyone do that. Get up there and speak your truth. It might be difficult at first. It might be very hard, but believe me, it's going to help. It does. It's therapeutic. Finally, you're going to tell people, and people will believe you, I mean, people will have empathy for you. They will, honestly. There are many people in the comments that have empathy for what I've been through, what I've gone through. And they do believe me, and they do believe my story. They do buy my books. They do believe what happened to me, and because some of it happened to them. So let me know in the comments if this is part of what happened to you, if your parents, your family, even your family has denied your reality, denied the, what you went through, didn't believe what you went through, believed the narcissistic parent, over, you. And let me know, because I want to hear from you, and let's, build this community and talk to each other and really heal. We heal through bringing the truth forward, not covering it up anymore. Finally speaking what happened and sharing it with everyone. And I think that's the best way to heal. Okay? So, until next time, Keep the comments coming, please.